what to play. All right. Boom. Update the stream info. Time to play some Pluto. So the last time I played Pluto, I was on The Apprentice. But I have gone significantly further. Ooh, Siege Wizard. And I have the gall, I have the chutzpah, I have the willpower I've beaten the game with The Apprentice. I've beaten the game with the Magus. By the way, I've beaten the game 3 times over with The Apprentice, the Magus, the Pyromancer, the Homunculus, the Flame Knight, the Necromancer, and now I start as the Pharaoh! Die, return, conquer. You start with 9 lives. Heal to full when killing an enemy. Revive the next 9 times you die. And we get living armor, Nabrok, and the hollow mask. Only die at the end of combat. So we will start my escape now. Alright. It's a lot of dying. It's a lot of dying. Dear Uncle, you are cordially invited to my birthday. I hope you can make it this year. Your niece. Start my escape. Let me grab my hands. Alright, what are we working with here? Alright, we start with Blast. Curse of Ra. So, the way that it seems that the Pharaoh works, I only have 10 HP. I only have 10 HP. A lot of the Pharaoh stuff appears to be about giving block, retaining rituals, like Blast, really good, and maybe a little Ren, too, because you can combo that pretty well. It's the self-damage that I have to figure out a way to mitigate. So, starting each fight with some armor is actually really good. Let's see what we can do. So, deal 12 damage when this finger casts a spell containing bone. Gain 2 block when this finger casts a spell containing arcane. Gain 2 armor when casting a spell that contains arcane. I'm gonna do arcane armor, and I'll put it on that finger. Let me just double check though. Yeah, that's a good place to put it. Because I can use Sand Sickness, Bone Break, Potentia. Yeah, that finger's really good. So then I will actually want more armor. So I'm gonna go fight some enemies. So we're fighting against the Smasher and a Zapper. Now, if I get the Sand Sickness, I can swap them in, and then once this enemy's dead, the Smasher will go. So, how do I want to do this? Spell Wraps. Bone. Pyramid. You know what? Hold on. Spell Wraps, Tomb, Pyramid. How's the volume, everyone? Can you hear the spells being cast? If not, I can turn up the audio a little bit. Okay, good. Oh, it is low. Alright, I don't know why I had the volume so low. There we go. Alright, so we didn't get Sand Sickness, but we did get Blast. So I'm gonna Blast Tomb. Spell Wraps. How am I still getting hurt? Let me double check. Blast Tomb. Bone Breath. Huh, but that counts as me losing life. Why am I losing life? Is it because... Alright, hold on. Last Tomb. Potentia. Why is that hurt? Oh, it's because my fingers are giving me armor. That makes sense. Alright, I'll do this. Fingers pulling double duty. That's right. You gotta weave your spells. You gotta weave them. So, let's see. I can't use Sarcophagus, but I can use Sand Sickness into Wraps into Bone Blast. And then Shazam! Behold the power of my dancing phalanges! We're gonna pick up some gold. We're gonna get the armor badge. We're going to get this finger. What was for my finger? See what's in the spell pack. Deal 4 damage per max health. Huh. Gain 1 power when a spell is exiled. Huh. This plane doesn't have any phalange. No phalange. So, it seems that there is a potential build here for not only increasing my max health, but also exiling spells. Huh. Which would involve a lot of rituals. But how much value is that? Because it's not like I have a lot of spells that have multi-hit. Oh, I see. I understand now. I think that bonus is applied to the 3 damage. So that becomes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It gives vulnerable. I'll take Binding Exorcism. Channel badge, awesome. Forge for new items. I'm good on spells. I'll get some more gold. Isn't it convenient that I'm always right here? 3. Oh! Alright, let's see. Next fight. Alright, we got a jailer, a smasher. Okay, so we want to get you out front. Alright, we can do this. So, bing, bang, boom. No. Bing, bang, boom. Wipe that guy. Shia Kazim. Get that guy out of here. Send that guy to hell. We're gonna do Geronimo energy and then a blast. And then some of that. So far we have not discarded any spells. Sand Sickness into Spell Wraps into 2. Should get some bone. Cursing my other fingers, but I got time. Quite literally, I have time. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this into this and this. safe still. I'm A-okay. Give myself a little boost. A little bit more armor. So I'm getting 7 block per turn because of my armor. Think of it like a regen, but for armor. Alright, and Shazam. Fight's over. Shazam! Nice. I have not lost a single one of my lives yet. Good, good, good. Honestly, Bone Ring. Pretty good. Good. I'll put that there. And then another armor badge. Armor badge. We'll forge for some fights. Alright, now we're facing the Warden. Big sort of stopgap for most of these runs. Let me... I can do this, 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 and this. And I'm fine. Fast boss. Yeah, this game is not that long, luckily. I do like how the little cursor is on my hand. That's good. Alright, so we got sticky, so the next time I cast a bunch of rituals, they will not disappear. So I'm going to do Bone Break, Bone Pyramid, Blast, that gets rid of that. Another Paranormal Energy, and then Attune. So, I purposely made sure that this spell would be getting hit with, in the casting zone. So let me... It's 22... And then a win. Because I did Binding Exorcism into Rend. And then the ring finished him off. Taking a break. Life badge. Of course I want more life. For max health. Oh, it didn't give me more health. It gave me another life. Oh no! That was a waste! Okay, well, that's fine. I'm gonna save up for that. Yippee! We can finally leave this wretched place. We raided the armory and found these for you. Pick one, kind blood. Continue your journey safely. So, heal 2 when dismissing a spell. Could do that. Only die at the end of combat. And when dying, purify, gain, crystallize, lethal, and mirror. We're gonna do Hollow Mask. So I think this is a win con now. Because damn, that's so expensive. Because if we only die at the end of combat, we have 9 lives to work with. I'm gonna try not to die. But we'll do Sand Sickness into Spell Wraps into Bone Break. And then Exorcism. 9 lives cannot be killed until the end of combat. Sounds broken. We'll see if it actually works that way. Big damage. Alright, we're gonna do Spell Wraps, Tomb, Sarcophagus, Bone pyramid. These guys suddenly got very bulky. Yes! I'm on negative 100 HP, screw you. It's, the game jumps up pretty fast, but I did go down a... The game jumps up in difficulty, but, that's okay. So we're gonna do this into this into this into. Oh wait. Okay, I'm gonna do this into this into this, and that costs everything. Okay. Spell Wraps, Tomb, Potentia, Evil Eye, Rend. We've lost some health. We're doing a lot of damage. They have a lot of vulnerable too. Oh my god, the curses. The curses. The curses be upon me. Oh, that kills. Blast. Hell yeah. Back up to full. Thanks, 9 lives. Let's see. Alright. I mean, that's good. Good cantrip. But we can do better. We do better here. Do Potentia into Binding Exorcism into Spell Wraps. I can do this better. Sand Sickness, Potentia. Yes, okay, that's much better. If we can kill this guy, the Acolyte will run away. So the Predicator... If the Predicator can go first... So close. So... Oh, I win. Here we go. Win! Bones! Hell yeah. See? Easy peasy. Enhance a spell. What would I want to enhance? Damage per missing health. Binding Exorcism would be good to upgrade. Make it so Sarcophagus hurts less is good. Pyramidal Energy hurting less is also really good. It's a chicken icon. It means cowardly. It means they'll run away when all their other allies are gone. Or when a specific ally that does not have cowardly is gone. So, what to do here? This is typically going to be 50 damage. So I'm going to take that. Earn a badge. I'll take a badge. Madness badge. Okay. Alright. I'm down with that. Fight these enemies. Ah, fuck. It's the hags. I hate the hags. Alright, let's see. Let's see. No Do that. Do that. Do a little damage. End my turn. At least they sleep for 3 turns, so I can get some setup. This is not the best, so I'll do that. That. No, that's not doing anything. I'll give myself Bone Pyramid. Alright, so the Hag's awake now. Hag Sentry's awake. Oh my goodness. Is it really the last... Damn it, it is. Freaking last 2 cards in my deck. yet. They are defending, though, so I gotta be careful. Nah, they're gonna start doing damage. Okay. So, Pyramidal Energy into Spell Rap's Tomb, Rend, Blast. Yes. Evil Eye could have been good. Probably do that next turn. Yeah. We're gonna do... Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna do Pyramidal Energy into Evil Eye into... Okay, hold on. Pyramidal Energy, Evil Eye. Or can I just do Evil Eye? I'll do Evil Eye. I'll just straight up do Evil Eye. Into Bone Break. Into Binding Exorcism. Nice. Okay. Figured out how to do it. Figured out how to do it. I want to stay away from using my 9 lives as much as possible. Alright. Good stuff. Good stuff. The -1 doesn't matter. Let's see. Gaining Corruption. Gain 5 power when an enemy... yeah, that's fine. Can I think I can. Alright, hold on, wait. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Spell Rap's Tomb, Pyramidal Energy, Bone Break, Binding Exorcism, and then Blast. And then we do Sarcophagus into that, and then end it all with Rend. We should do a fair amount of damage. No vulnerable, huh? Damn. Alright, Spell Rap's Tomb, Bone Break, Binding Exorcism. There we go! Fight win! Binding Exorcism going into Blast is so good. GG indeed. Now, obviously, what's helping a lot with these fights is that I'm getting the boosting with the power is comboing with the Rend, and getting sticky is good. Now, the problem is, though, is that I don't have a way to heal. So I think I may end up saving up for this bone heal ring. Because, if you notice, Pyramidal Energy and Sarcophagus, they both cost health. I don't have a way to heal outside of killing enemies with then you know, going to 9 lives. So let's see what this monstrosity is, and then we can decide what we're gonna do next. Oh god, I hate this guy, the goblin boss. Okay. He shouldn't be able to hurt me a lot. Shouldn't. Keyword. Shouldn't be. We'll see though. Gonna start building up a lot of power. So this guy works, he has his 2 little goblin scrappers that are gonna be poking him, giving him damage. So the key is to hurt him on turns that that he's going to be like, oh, I'm going to hurt myself to do damage to myself, or to build up this sort of empower. The thing is, though, is that I cannot actually change around where these guys are. So we're going to do this into Pyramidal Energy into Evil Eye. All right, so we have Sticky. We're gonna do Spell Wraps, Tomb, Binding Exorcism. All right, we're not doing that because getting minus 117 HP is not good. Not good. So instead, we're going to do this, and then Pyramidal Energy. Or, no, I think this is actually good. Yeah, we'll do this. Actually, I am curious now, right? Huh. All right, let me do this. Bone Break, yes, yes. Rend, Tomb. Or not Tomb. Not Tomb. Not Tomb. Clear Elements. Clear Elements. This. Pyramidal Energy. Because 9 lives heals me to full whenever I defeat an enemy. So even if I had, like, massively negative HP, I should still be fine. So I'm gonna play it out. I'm gonna play it out. So we have Evil Eye into Tomb, into Sarcophagus, into Spell Wraps, into Pyramidal Energy. Give him vulnerable so he takes more damage from his guys. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm right. Alright, Spell Wraps, Tomb. Blast. Wait a second. Only die at the end of combat. But my 9 lives still went down. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. Into this. Into this. Because Crystallize means that I negate the next thing of damage that I take. He is dead this turn. Goodbye. His buddies are gonna poke him. Win. There we go. Double a spell's effect and size. Could be really good. Because then this goes to 100 per max health. I think I do need to do that, yeah. Yeah. Doing 100 is really good. Self-flagellation went too hard. Maybe a little. look at crystallization badge, actually. That's actually worth as much as a life. Alright. Pharaoh Orc Shaman. Starting the fight strong. Spell wraps into Bone Break into Sarcophagus. Luckily, the only thing the Pharaoh Shaman can do is cut off my fingers and give me spells. Bad spells, but still spells. We are trying to get Perennial Energy, though. So, boom, boom, boom. Do a little of that. Oh, I did not actually want to use Blast. That's bad. Well, it's okay. We can still win this. I forgot. See, that's what happens when you don't pay attention. You end up fucking up. Alright, that. We'll use Fear, and then we'll do that, and we should be fine. It's okay. We can still make a comeback. We're actually doing really good damage to the Pharaoh Orc. We need our sticky fingers, though. Alright, Perennial Energy into Spell Wraps, Potentia. Dismiss this. Go that, and then... Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Alright. Perennial Energy. Or rather, Spell Wraps. Perennial Energy. No, I need to do this here. You here. Evil Eye here. Oh, okay. I see. I see. I need to do that. So, Potentia first. Then I need to do... Not this. Perennial Energy there. Into Evil Eye, into Red. That should be good. My fingers! You bastard! Alright, so we're gonna do... Spell Wraps into Bone Breath, into, not Sarcophagus, Tomb, into Affliction. Okay. As long as we don't discard Perennial Energy, I think we should be fine. We're totally fine. Alright, so we're gonna do Spell Wraps that. Perennial Energy. We're not using the Perennial Energy. Actually, we should. And then Binding Exorcism. No, we can do better. Okay. Spell Wraps, Potentia, Evil Eye, Binding Exorcism. That is better. And then I will not give them the pleasure of Sever. So we're getting a lot of armor per turn, thanks to the rings we got. They cut off my finger, but that's all right. That's okay. My fingies. And then boom. Sand Sickness is just there to give me the benefits of the rings, to get some block. as a way to constantly mitigate. They gave us an insanity curse. Curses from this enemy target random figures for the next 3 turns. So we're going to do Binding Exorcism. Damage. Ouch. We're going to do Potentia. We're going to discard this and discard this. We're going to do Spell Reps and Bone Break. We're giving ourselves a lot of armor so we can get through this. So Spell Reps, Bone Break, that. No. Do not want to do Parental Energy yet. Alright, so... we're gonna do all of this just to deal damage to myself. Totally fine. Totally fine. Do that, do that, that, do that. And we have the win. Boom! There we go. Nice. Alright. Dead Man's Drachma. Royal Burial. Sandstorm. That is an incredible spell! Thank you for bringing peace to the forest. Allow me to bestow our ancient wisdom. Dead Man's Drachma is really good, but also, holy shit, I'm gonna die 2 times over. But that's so much damage. That is an insane amount of damage. Okay. And it's a cantrip! Fuck it. Dead Man's Drachma. Let's fucking go. Alright, we're gonna battle enemies over here. Alright, we're fighting Duke, Bodyguard, Pretender. Okay. Gotcha. Start like this. Ouchie mama. Dead Man's Drachma. Dead Man's Drachma. Into parental. Okay, no. Parental Energy. Dead Man's Drachma. Yeah. Into Bone Pyramid. Alright. Parental Energy into Round. How much is that doing? That's doing a fair amount. Thermal energy into that. Have a lot of armor. Building up a lot of armor. Okay, now we're starting to get the potentia in. We have sticky now, so we can do rend into blast. The sand sickness. Spin him around. My finger. Ah! My fingers! Alright, parental energy into spell reps, into that. Into. Can't do sand sickness, so. Fingers are not popular here. Yeah, some of the enemies, late game wise, they just start chopping off your fingers willy nilly. Maybe the guy just wants more fingers. Greedy. Too greedy. Alright, we're gonna do Evil Eye into Tomb into Spell Reps. Dismiss this. Dismiss this, and then a Paritmal Energy. God damn, that's a lot of turns of vulnerable. But it doesn't really matter. My fingers are back! Finally! Alright, time to start kicking ass. Yeah. Big damage. Back up to full health. Bing, bang, boom. I am not doing Dead Man's Drachma again. I only need to do that once per fight. I will do this, though. Alright, boom. To blast. There we go! Fossilize. Fossilize. Or Bone Feast. Jin Kinship. Sure. Jinship, they could call it. Yes. Enhance a spell. This is always gonna hurt me so much. But then it only gets rid of 2 lives instead of 1. That makes it 110. That makes it 3. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take a ring. Put on that finger. Hell yeah, brother. Alright, oh, not the headhunter. God, I hate this guy. He's such an asshole. Alright, do this. Do that. And blast. So the way it works is that every time he has less than half of his health, he spends one of his headhunters to heal himself back up. He's a real kick in the fucking pants. But we're giving ourselves a lot of armor, so we should be fine. Do I have sticky? Not yet. There we go. I could Dead Man's Drachma, but I will not. But I shan't. Only gonna cause me woe. I can do this better. That. Okay. And then that at the front. There we go. Right, now we're rocking a lot of armor per turn, which is great. I'm not going to use you, Dead Man's Drachma. I'm not going to use you. Alright, we're going to do... Bang, bang. Boom. Then get rid of that too. And that. And also this. Not as much damage as I thought it'd be. Huh. Maybe armored up. Maybe that's why. No, that won't work. Alright, boom, boom. Boom. Big damage. There's gotta be a better way. Boom, boom, boom. No. Evil Eye into... Tomb into Binding Exorcism. Yeah, that's good. Problem is, though, he's going to heal up the full. Which is annoying. Yep, there's the headhunter. Yeah. He's going to cut off one of my fingers, but we're going to keep whittling him down. We will win out of just sheer power. Because we scale so good. Problem is, though, is it's going to take a while. Is this even working right? Only die at the end of combat. Does that mean, like, at the end of a fight or at the end of a turn? Which means I could probably stack up, like, a bunch of self-damage stuff. I think that's what it actually means. That makes sense. I want to get you below half health. So what we'll do is build up a bunch of self-damage in one turn, pop all of it, and then use that to swing our way into victory. Essentially using multiple lives to win fight, because I don't actually have that many fights left. Spell Wrap, Bone Break, In Kinship. Okay, we're gonna do that. We got some stuff. We want Dead Man's Drachma back in our hand. We can get it. That's better. That's better. Damage. There goes the next Headhunter. Dead Man's Drachma. Sarcophagus. Dead Man's Drachma. Original Energy. Original Energy. Rend. Dead Man's Drachma. Better. Okay. Lay down one life. Sure am. Okay, good. So, boom. Boom. Sarcophagus into blast. Blast. Still has one thing of Headhunter left, so something to be cautious of. I'm gonna do that again. But we are doing a lot more damage thanks to that big, meaty Dead Man's Drachma. Alright. Okay. Spell Wraps, Potentia, Evil Eye, Binding... Oh, I can't do that. Spell Wraps... Shit. Okay, hold on. Spell Wraps, Binding Exorcism. I could kill him, actually, this turn. Let me double check. Evil Eye, Binding Exorcism. No. Man, I want to kill him this turn so bad. I can't do it. Close, though. Alright, this is it. This is it. This is it, Luigi. Alright, we have Evil Eye. Oh, yeah, no. Not there. Do that. That. Actually, no. That. This. 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 Spell Rat's Tomb, Evil Eye, and Rend. We are closing out the end of this fight. We have so much armor. I'm not going to worry about his normal attacks, just things hitting around it. And I should be able to secure the win next time I draw out my my big bungus spell. There we go. Win. Evil Eye and Divine Exorcism for the win. It only cost me 2 lives, so that's not too bad. Take a break. Get a life badge. There's the final boss. So we're gonna get channel and a spell pack. I guess bone price, yeah. My finger! Alright, starting with Dead Man's Drachma. And Paritimal Energy. Actually, I can do Jin Kinship to Paritimal Energy into Sarcophagus. I'll do that. Yeah, the leech always starts the fight off by fucking popping your fingers off. Do Dead Man's Drachma, and then a blast. We'll do Bone Price, a Bone Break, and then a Binding Exorcism. So now, this finger will always cast Sticky, and I don't need Parental Energy. So we will do this. I'll always be able to keep those spells around. We'll do that. Actually, we'll do this into this. And we will whittle down the leech's life. Oh, shoot! I forgot that finger was cursed. So I wasn't getting the bonus. That stinks. Okay, no, it's fine. It's still fine. Do another Dead Man's Drachma. Break those curses on the fingers. Our lives are resources. I can do this better. There we go. Big power. Right now, we start being a little bit more conservative. Start drawing things out. I don't need that. I will dismiss it. Start building up my defenses. Really wants to be used. I don't want to use Dead Man's Dragon. Get out of here. I've already used you enough. All right, then we're going to do Bone break spell wrap. That and that. Boom. We don't need sand sickness. It's good damage. And then another big old nuke. Hell yeah! We'll do Jin Kinship. Then Tomb. We don't need Sticky. We don't need more Sticky right here. That is quite literally A-okay. We don't want this. We don't want that. We're going to Spell Wraps, Bone Break. Get rid of these spells on my fingers. Get rid of that. Tomb, Evil Eye. Next turn's gonna be a big, meaty damage turn. No Dead Man's Drachma. I don't need you. Alright, get some power from Madness. Big meaty swing. We got this fight in the bag. This is so the leech is, despite being a little scary looking, not actually. I'm not gonna Dead Man's Drachma. I'm going to resist the urge. Is not actually that scary. As long as you have good cycle and a good way of building up defenses, you will not lose against the leech. By this point in the game, you will have that stuff down. Pretty down pat. If you get this far. Honestly, I think Act 2's boss is the toughest. I think the 10-headed giant and the I think the 10-headed giant and the Reaper Sloth and the Pharaoh Orc Shaman are all the toughest encounters that you can face. And we got the win! With a life to spare. Hell yeah! Bye, Leech. Bye-bye. And there we go. That's our first win with the Pharaoh. My overall thoughts on the Pharaoh as a class is... I do appreciate how much... Leech gone? I do appreciate how much the lives, playing around with them, helps you figure out the value of certain spells and rituals and how you want to cast things. So with that, though, with that in mind, I think Madness is the best thing to combo with Living Armor. And then, I don't know how to use Nabrok yet. Probably is just you do like a big buff turn and then you fucking slam them. It's very interesting because you combo with dying. So let's look at the Pharaoh's items. 9 lives. For many generations, as an heirloom in the prestigious Philar Homin Christerian dynasty, passed down as a symbol of good luck to each second son. When the firstborn of their family inherited the ancestral lands and keep, the second son's use of multiple lives for further enrichment/lust and revelry quickly exceeded the fruits of conventional primogeniture, leading to successful generations of fratricide, and in one case, fabrication of an older sibling's existence. To place opportunistic heirs in line for the artifact. As they drove themselves mad during the centuries fighting over it, the jewel disappeared. To be fair, I was quite drunk when I told Philharmoni Custer that the second son tradition would preserve the potency of the cat's eyes for generations to come. He was rich, but a fool, and I find rich fools make great entertainment. What amazing literature and theater has been inspired by the ensuing family drama. What joy their tragedy has given in validating the more boring, pointless lives of others. Thanks, Herman. Well, thank you for watching Hika, and thank you everybody who watches the VOD. I hope you have a fun time and a peaceful rest of your evening. But for now, take care and bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take me away, boys! Take me away!